Our history, our town, our game.
That's what we go to. And don't forget we're going to pick on one tackle that's on this week. We're going inside him. We're going outside him. Inside him and outside him. And when we get him on the run once, we're going to keep him on the run. And we're not going to pass unless our secondary comes up too close. But don't forget then, we're going to get him on the run. Go, 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 go.
1972, the rivalry begins. The 1-2 punch of Dale Linkus and Adrian Rucker propelled the Trojans to the lopsided win and also the second most points ever scored by West. Linkus returned a kickoff 83 yards for a touchdown and ran 66 yards for another as the Trojans used big plays in the rout. Rucker added touchdown runs of 53 and 45 yards. Pete Davis and Mike Morey caught touchdown passes from quarterback Mike Harville. Mark Standifer scored on an interception return, and Graylin Kilgore added 6 extra point kicks, the most in series history. Lewis Rucker got the East touchdown with an 80-yard run. 1973. The Hurricanes built a 13-0 lead as George Fugate caught a 61-yard payoff pass from Pete Cantwell and ran 60 yards with a fumble recovery. But quarterback Tim Wild scored on 2 one-yard runs, and Linkus added a 13-yard score as the Trojans rallied. Linkus had 176 yards on 21 carries and caught 3 passes for another 67. 1974. Chip Hill was the star as he had touchdown runs of 69 and 2 yards in the first quarter. That was all the Hurricane defense needed as they held West to 120 total yards. Joe Ledford's 2-yard run supplied the Trojan points. Hill amassed 179 yards in 14 tries as the Canes piled up 320 yards rushing. 1975. The Trojan defense dominated and even got into the scoring act when Matt Snowden tackled the East quarterback for a safety. James Bryce scored on runs of 22 and 18 yards, and Mark Standifer added a 9-yard touchdown for West. East managed only 32 rushing yards and 52 passing. 1976. Eddie Bragg ran wild in leading the Hurricanes to their biggest victory margin in the series. Bragg piled up 196 yards on 11 carries, including touchdown runs of 83 and 37 yards. For the Eastmen, David Rich returned a blocked-up punt 40 yards to score, while Tim Taylor, 46 run, and Leslie Price, 2 run, also had touchdowns. The Canes' 387 yards rushing is another high. 1977. East struck first on an 87-yard pass from Price to Taylor, but the Trojans took control. Bobby Davis, 39-yard run. Buddy Caldwell, 5-yard run. Stuart Davis, 17-yard pass from Caldwell. And Rick Oler, 10-yard pass from Scotty Riggs, had touchdowns for West, while Fred Eller hit 4 extra points and a 22-yard field goal. 1978. It was a night for the defenses as East had only 141 total yards to 125 for West, which got only 10 rushing. Bo Schultz scored on runs of 11 and 5 yards, and Tim Bewley latched on to a 14-yard scoring toss from Richard Harrell. Tim Standifer passed 11 yards to Alan Massey for the only Trojan points. 1979. The Canes put together back-to-back wins for the first time to close out the decade as Terry Norton scored on a short run and passed to Schultz for a 57-yard TD. Richard Harrell got the other score while Danny Templin registered a tackle for a safety. The Hurricanes close out the 70s with 4 city title wins over Morristown West's 3 victories. Like and subscribe to the channel today as we will continue to bring you the history of the Morristown City Championship as we get closer to the 2024 Kickoff Classic.